This app is called Social Navigator, and it was designed for students who are just beginning to learn self-management skills. I would say in terms of its age appropriateness, you want to be thinking about upper elementary school or middle school age learners. So for those of you who are just thinking about teaching self-management, this might be a good teaching tool. The great thing about this app is it prompts you through almost every step. So let's take a look. In this case, it asks, where are you? So this app is designed for the learner to navigate. So let's say we're in a public place, and then you hit select. What sort of public place are you in? And the options are doctor's office, restaurant, theater, store, park. We are at a theater. Select, I'm in a theater, and then hit next question. Then it asks you, why are you there? Well, there's only one option here, to be entertained. Well, I suppose it's possible you could be working in a theater, but that isn't an option here. I'm here to be entertained. And with whom are you interacting? It's interested in whether you're interacting with one person or a group. So let's choose a group. And are you with adults or kids? So let's say that we are with both adults and kids. Hit select. Then move on to the next question. And what do you want to be able to do? The options here are to let someone know you're upset, to tell someone or something, or to join a conversation, or to not do something, or to stop doing something. Let's select to tell someone something. I want to tell someone something or to join a conversation. Next, connect the dots. So at this point, it gives the learner some strategies that he or she can use. For example, it says, if you want to tell someone something, it helps to remember, try to talk about the topic that everyone else is discussing. When the performance starts, you should try not to talk. And others are trying to concentrate, so try not to interrupt too often. It offers some reminders. Remember, you're at a movie theater to be entertained, so when you're in an audience, you need to be quiet so that everyone can hear. Try to stay calm if you have to wait on a line, and you need to pay attention by looking and listening. Then it asks you to check off the skills that you've used. So this is an interesting way of monitoring how well you're using your strategies. So some of the things that it asks you to check off on are stayed quiet in the audience, so let's say no. Did not interrupt, so we'll say yes. Waited calmly, I guess you had difficulty with that. Limiting interruptions, yes. Stayed on topic, yes. And paid attention, yes. And then it asks you to rate how well your strategies worked. So did you get what you wanted? Was everyone satisfied? Or overall, how did the suggestions work? So let's choose moderately well, somewhere in the middle. The options are didn't work and worked very well on the ends there. So this also gives an adult the option of checking in. So at this point, the learner would hand this over to a teacher or an instructor or a parent. And I'm going to check in. And the place is at the cinema. And the activity was a movie. And it records everything that you've monitored. You can also go back to the settings and you can look at the function of behavior. So this graph summarizes the behavior by attention, avoidance behavior, denied access to tangibles, or automatic reinforcement, sensory. So you can see that in this particular case, the majority of the learner's behavioral difficulties were related to denied access to tangible items, and the rest of the behavioral difficulties were maintained by attention. It also has an event log. So this lets you know the dates that you've recorded data. And it gives you a list of accumulated skills. So these are just the strategies that you've been using while you've been recording. So this is Social Navigator.